Previously on Airtime Thrills.
So Air Force One, I'm coming to get my revenge. I'm getting you 17 times a day.
Don't ask me to do something I can't do.
Damn it, Cloyd, pull the trigger.
17 rides.
17.
Didn't think I was gonna get there. I am heading off to Six Flags, and if I survive Great American Scream Machine, then I will post this vlog up soon. And until then, thanks for watching. See you next time.
The following takes place between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m.
Alright, so I might get washed out tomorrow, so I'm gonna get my rides in today, as many as I can. So I hadn't ridden Georgia Scorcher in about 4 years. They were painting it last time we were here. Actually 5 years. I've been here since 2018. So I said this is one of the worst B&M loopers in America. I take it back. That thing is actually pretty legit. So for everyone who said it was good, you're right. I'm sorry. If you guys wanted to go on Goliath, just beware there's one train. That line shows it. Well, they were building this last time I was here, or at least this part of the park. And now it is not open. So I guess that's just the circle of Six Flags life. Build it and close it.
That didn't even work the way.
Why are you the way that you are?
Cell phones and other small articles. For your convenience, lock.
I wonder if you have time to sing Kiss from a Rose on that thing.
There used to be a great tower alone on the sea.
Blue Hawk, it's seriously so janky. But because of those vest restraints, who cares? I also like their spiel. This is the new Blue Hawk. I mean, it's like, what, 8 years old by now? But, you know, I'm sure that no one even remembers Ninja these days.
I'm sure they'll have us down any minute.
So now that blue streak is gone forever, Great American Scream Machine, in my opinion, is currently the roughest coaster in America, at least wooden coaster. So let's see if it breaks me in half. Okay, so Great American Scream Machine, I rode third to back, and as usual, provides a great ride in terms of airtime. Yeah, it did jackhammer a bit, but they fixed this thing a lot. It is no longer unbearably terrible. So I think like rides like Hades 360, I think you are the new king of rough wooden coasters. I'm sorry. Scream Machine, over Georgia, I'm impressed. Okay, so that's the first time I ever did acrophobia after all these years looking at it. And I gotta say, it was pretty terrifying. You know, the way you lean forward, not quite as much as like Falcon's Fury, but man, great panoramic view of the park. I got to face Twisted Cyclone and then drop straight down and yikes. And it's also funny how like when the thing drops, the tree, like it's like a delayed reaction. It just, so yeah, pretty happy that I got on this. It's kind of like my redemption tour today. All the rides I usually skip, I'm doing today. So So Twisted Cyclone, last time I rode it, I thought it was kind of weak. Today, not so much. That was pretty aggressive. Maybe it's because it's at the end of the day, but that was pretty good. So that is a wrap on a very long day. Started with marathoning Air Force One. Came over here and did a lot more than I thought. I thought I might just get food and maybe like a ride or two. And ended up riding like half the rides here. So, you know, tomorrow's might be a washout. So I wanted to get as much as I could done here today. Didn't get on Goliath or Batman or Daredevil Dive or the Mine Train or anything. But I really wanted to get on the, Great American Scream Machine and Georgia Scorcher, some of the rides I haven't been on in a long time. Acrophobia, first time ever. So that is it for today, and I'm hoping to be back tomorrow. All right, it is Sunday, July 11th, and this is how it's going so far. Not looking too good at the moment, but that's okay, because Goliath is right over there, ready to go. Maybe. Well, here we are. It is very wet here, but it's not currently raining. It's about 10 minutes before the park opens. So we can get some rides in. And the park does not look crowded. Alright, so the only thing open right now is Georgia Scorcher. But it was so dang good yesterday, I'm gonna try it again. So I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but just why I'm so impressed with this thing is the intensity, and when you're in the back row, that whip, especially when it twists and dives down, insane. One rule that you should probably always follow when you come to Six Flags Over Georgia is to ride Daredevil Dive early in the morning, as early as humanly possible. Well, before even anyone got on it, it broke. So what are you gonna do? Well, pretty soon, this is going to be a Skyline Dueling Kids Coaster. You know, it's already June. This is going to open this summer, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, I haven't ridden Batman in 5 years, so it's the best one from what I remember. You have to do some real parkour to avoid this water.
Parkour! Parkour!
Parkour! Parkour, there you go. Don't trip! No! I'm just gonna step through it. Alright, confirmation, 2023, Batman still tries to rip your face off. It almost did. I feel my face just coming off. Also super impressed with Batman's dispatches. We're whipping those trains out like crazy. The bad news is that Mindbender is testing but not open yet, so we'll come back to that one. Ooh, another parkour pool. Christopher, if you're here or if you're around, stay away. But when you see a walk-on for an RMC, you can't not do it. Alright, Twisted Cyclone. It's behind me. There it goes. Alright, so last time I rode this in the morning and I was disappointed because I've ridden it in the morning before and it was pretty good. And then last time I wasn't feeling it. So last night I rode it, it was great. This morning, definitely running slower. So I think you definitely need to lead, you can't judge Twisted Cyclone until you let it warm up. Not a single person in this station. So that was one of the few Zen rides I've ever had, where I'm literally the only person on the train, which is funny because the train behind me actually was pretty full. Pretty tame mine train, but pretty good ending, kind of like Over Texas. All right, just took a food break, JB's. Good place. So you know, I hadn't had the best luck, like, you know, the last 35 years. But the forecast really cleared up today, and it will probably not rain until after 6 at this point, unless that changes too. So pretty much we're at an empty park with no rain. So, hey, can't complain about that. I've never seen this sign before. No gum spitting. Keep your gum in your mouth. Okay, Superman. That's the first time I've been on that in 5 years, and wow. If Blue Hawk's the king of the head chopper, that is the king of the face chopper. That's a thing. I feel like you're gonna scrape your face against all that terrain. It runs right over. So yeah, this is legit. So I've been doing things that I haven't done here in like 5 years or 4 years, but one thing I've never done here is the train. Train broke down somehow.
We are in the south after all. Shoot.
Alright guys, this is one of our oldest rides that we actually have here. It's called the Mine Train. Welcome guys, welcome to Justice League.
Now see
Welcome to Justice League, I need y'all here.
2017, Metropolis replaced the cotton still on the right where my old friend Seaforth used to live. Went to Six Flags. Now, before we start our trip,
towards the Lion Gotham City and different things.
Six Flags over Georgia.
You know, yesterday Goliath had a long line, has one train, but I figured I'd just ride it today. But today it is closed, so one of my favorite hypers doesn't look like I'm gonna get on it in this trip. All right, Daredevil's open again. See how long that lasts. So Daredevil has a bit of a line, but I don't really care because I just took a Tylenol and waiting for that to kick in. Not enough water, not enough food, not enough sleep. It's a bad combination.
Hope to be back in operation soon. We encourage you to remain in line during the delay. We will provide an update every few minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Well, I said how long we'll be up for. I guess the answer to that question was about 10 seconds. Alright, so at least Mindbender's open. So, never been super impressed with this coaster. 2019 I thought it was better. Didn't like the new trains last year, but because everything else is like blowing up its expectations on this trip over Georgia, maybe it'll be good this time. Let's see. So Mindbender, same thought I had last time. I think that the new trains kind of ruined the ride in terms of they shortened the train. Like this is all about like whip over the top, but when you go from 7 to 5 cars, it kind of lessens that whip. It also has some potholes in it, which especially around like that first like swooping helix, and then the trim right before the second loop. Could have done without that. So Mindbender, it's kind of a mid-tier Schwarzkopf. It's hard to believe that not that long ago, well I guess a long time ago now, that used to be a giant inverted boomerang. R.I.P. Deja Vu. So it looks like we got some Kid Flash track back here. That's good to see. That's thick single rail track right there. Supposedly it's gonna light up. See if that is the case, or how long that will be the case for. right, I just got off the Great American Scream Machine with Dave from Coasters R Us. What'd you think about that?
It's really good. Pretty smooth, good airtime in the back, and you can see why it's a classic.
And you know, I rode this last night in the third to back row, and it was kind of rough, but it wasn't that bad. That was actually legitimately like not even rough at all. So whatever Over Georgia did to this thing, I appreciate it, because this is actually one of the best rides in the park now. So that is a wrap on today, and that is a wrap on the short little short little weekend trip, I should say, to Georgia. So today turned out to be amazing, because I didn't think that we were going to get any good weather. I thought it was going to be, you know, little pockets of dryness in the deluge of a storm, but it turns out it's perfectly sunny, and it's great. The only thing is I did not get to ride Goliath. So that's not too bad. I should have ridden it yesterday. I've never been here when it's closed, so I didn't expect that. So yeah, Over Georgia was very impressive this time. Definitely have a higher opinion of the park than I had before. And I hope to get back here soon. It was great to do the whole park instead of just doing like little pockets in the front. So yeah, that's it. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.